father of three, I definitely understand exactly what you're going through. You know, I remember, you know, coming out paternity leave, and I know my wife distinguishedly feeling like I'm not pulling my weight in taking care of the baby, right? But you know, I mean, she, you know, at the time the baby was nursing, and not like as a, you know, and as a new father, it's not like you feel like you really can do, like, you know,
doing three things.
You know, like you pick the baby up, the baby's still crying, but as soon as the mama get the baby, they just, you know what I'm saying? They just start, you know, it just naturally happens. Okay,
right.
You know, so like I think, you know, for me that was a tough thing.
What's going on, people? Welcome back to another episode of Just Talk, Nothing Serious. You know, you got your boy here, Antony Robinson. Some of you know me as Tone. Got my partner, my brother here, Henry Harding the what?
What's up, my guy?
Third,
baby.
You know what's going on, buddy?
Everything good, man. Everything good.
Yeah, man. You see, like, we more relaxed today. We chilling at the house. You know, we both got flip flops on, and you know, y'all don't see that, man. What's going on, bro? Talk to me,
man. So today, you know, we always talk about leadership. We always talk about, you know, entrepreneurship. Just, you know, being, you know, living in your purpose.
Purpose, right?
So, you know. What other, you know, relax today, right? What other way to just kind of
it's Friday
talk about today? Then you've been a new father, man. So you're the leader of the family, leader of your family, right?
Man,
you know, congratulations,
man. Appreciate it.
You know, so let's talk about that, man. Let's you know, how it feel. What's going on, man?
Oh man, first and foremost, I should have started earlier. I'm 35 with a newborn, man, but such a blessing. I think it made me more soft, a little bit more softer than I would like to be, but you know, it is what it is. I'm here to be open and full of love or whatever. But there are moments, man, where, you know, having an infant, you know, self-employed, and you have an infant, and then, you know, you have, you know, the mother, you know, she's with the baby all the time, and sometimes it just feels like you're not doing enough. I mean, I ain't throwing no shade. Man, you know, you working and you trying to, you know, help out where you can, but it's still sometimes you just don't feel like it. Well, I ain't gonna say y'all might not go through this, but I feel like sometimes it's just not enough, and I have to be honest, man. Sometimes I would have to go into, you know, my prayer closet or just meditation, like, man. And it will affect you if you have some insecurities, you know, and just being completely honest with you, you have to face those things. Having a newborn, am I enough? Am I doing the right thing? Am I being a good husband? What can I do more of? And, you know, sometimes I get caught up in my thoughts so much it causes anxiety sometimes. So I get there and, yeah, man, but when I see that kid smile, or, you know, it's like, bro, like, I don't even matter. That it's whatever best for him. So
put that better in your bag.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But it's just having that feeling of, you know, not being enough sometimes, and I just have to constantly pray, you know, so.
Yeah, man, I think, you know, especially like, you know, father of three, I definitely understand exactly what you're going through. You know, it was, you know, I remember, you know, coming out paternity leave, or I think I may have still been on paternity leave, and I know my wife distinguishedly feeling like, you know, that I'm not pulling my weight in taking care of the baby, right? But you know, I mean, she, you know, at the time the baby was nursing, and not like as a, you know, and as a new father, it's not like you feel like you really can do, like, you know,
doing three things.
You know, like you pick the baby up, the baby's still crying, but as soon as the mama get the baby, they just, you know what I'm saying? They just start, you know, it just naturally happens. Okay, you know, so like I think, you know, for me that was a tough thing, and it reminded me of this, you know, Andy Mineo verse, part of an Andy Mineo verse, and he says, you know, I need to know I don't suck. You know, even when I don't achieve no success, I need help reminding my potential. And you know, I grew up with a great father. You know, I feel like my dad was he provided. You know, he took care of us. And I know that I was going to be that type of father as well. But being a husband and a father, getting that leadership perspective, from a leadership, you know, perspective, it had to be, you know, it was one of those things where I had to learn how to make sure that I'm in tune with my wife and make sure I'm communicating with my wife in a way that makes her feel like she's being supported as well.
Right.
And that was, a real, key moment for us to be able to really, turn around how she was feeling for me as a father, towards me as a father, knowing that, the type of father that I wanted to be and could be. Right. So, fast forward, 4 years later, it's we obviously still got a challenge. We still got things we're going through, whatever. But it's the world is wide open.
Yeah, and I think too, man. Like sometimes, and I have to take this into consideration because especially when the wife is nursing, the baby demands so much, man. And sometimes she may be wondering, like, am I enough? You know what I mean? And sometimes they, may not know how to express that. Yeah. But I think that for me, as a man, like, I'm just learning how to express how I feel. And I'm not saying all the time, because I'm not really like an emotional guy, but just being intimate enough to express, like, yo, I feel like, what more can I do? Like, how can we help each other? And another thing, too, let me ask you this. Growing up, have you heard more of, what was this, the quote, the verse again? I need to hear that I've been doing great, or...
Yeah, I need to know that I don't suck even when I don't achieve any success.
Right. Have we heard more of that coming from our parents? I'm not saying that they haven't.
Have we heard more of...
I don't suck, I do a good job, you're doing great, stuff like that?
Yeah, I will say, I'm one of those people, like, it happens, I move on. Right. A lot of times I don't remember a lot of different things, but I know, like, especially like recently, like my mom, she'll tell me all the time, like, hey, you're a good father, like you're, and it's sometimes, like, I feel like I can, be to every soccer game or to be to every swim lesson, but the ability for my kids to even be able to play soccer, right? To be able to have pay for swim lessons is big for me. But even though like I think I gotta look at it from a grander scale. Is like right now I'm in grind season. I'm in grind mode.
Grind mode, right?
5 years from now, 10 years from now, my kids are at an age where they're gonna remember things a lot more. True. I'll be able to be there a lot more. I'll be in a different season of my life at that time.
That's how I feel.
I don't mind grinding right now.
Right now, yeah. Especially having an infant, man. He ain't but so many weeks. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I think I could do a better job at just telling my wife that, she's doing a great job and just keep up the good work and just being genuine with that, man. Not, just, hey, you're doing great. I saw what you did today, stuff like that. Not saying that I don't. I'm not abusive, man.
You don't do it at all. You don't hey, let it tell
I ain't
right?
abusive, bro. Like, hey, listen. But what I'm saying, I can do a better job at that. I mean, that's what leadership in your household is. That's what husbandry is. It's just speaking into your wife. And, if you look up husbandry, just look that up. That's homework for this weekend. Look up husbandry. And, that would show you the key part or role of a leader in a household. So,
key part or leader of a household. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like it, man.
Any tips, anything, any words or?
I guess I can look at it from two different perspectives, right? I mean, I think for, men out there who are going through, you are a new father, just understand that it's gonna take time for you to learn how to be a father. Like, don't feel like you got to do everything the right way. Like, and I think like that feeling of being perfect.
I think that's what it is.
That feeling of being perfect, man. And it's the same thing that goes for a new mother as well, right? Like, I think like a lot of. And I'm not qualified to speak on that. I really don't want to even say this, but new mothers do go through postpartum, right? And I know I'm not saying this is a feeling of being perfect, but I just think that you have this expectation that you have for your baby or yourself or whatever it is, and any type of depression, any type of whatever, like disappointment, it all comes from expectations.
Makes sense.
And I challenge everybody, that's looking at this is to remove those expectations of yourself. Right. Just do the best you can every single day. And it's going to work out. I promise you it's going to work out. Yep. Just do the best you can.
There's another scripture say his strengths are perfect, whole, perfect means whole in my weakness. I mean, be vulnerable. You know what I mean? Just vulnerable. If you feel like you're not being enough, I mean, just pray, Lord. I feel like I ain't being enough. Or
that's okay. That's a part of the process. Understand. Like, it's okay. You ain't gotta be so hard. Nah. You ain't gotta be tight like security. Like,
it's all right.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. So. Well, that's a good advice for me, man. I'm not gonna be so tough on myself. Lord, you got this. It ain't me. It's you.
Yeah, but I think too, right? Like that goes to another thing, right? Where sometimes, man, you trying to fight these battles on your own, and you forget that you got God. Really, you know what I'm saying? Like you really ain't got to do it like that, because you got God. Like, yeah. Like He gonna take care of it, right?
Right.
But you got to be able to lean on Him. And I think, like you know, again, like you know, I had a situation where I was in the hospital at some point in time ago, and it was just I had to be reminded of that, of like I was ready to go. I was in the hospital for 7 days,
man,
8 days, I think.
Wow. And
I had to remind myself that I ain't on my time. I can do all this stuff, but I'm not on my time. And and I would just pray to myself. I'd be like, I just pray. Like I listen to, you know, I was listening to Sarah Jakes, and I was listening to, you know, just all kind of, you know, all these different people that, you know, that I wanted to be able to pour into me.
Right.
And just to remind myself of like, you're not on your time, Henry. Like stop trying to. Yeah, you strong. You got a above average mindset or whatever. But like, that, like, if God don't want you to be at this hospital yet, it ain't gonna happen.
Facts.
So stop trying to fight it and let Him do His thing.
Facts. Well, I just thank God for this season, man. It look like you know, we both in a molding, transformative, hustle and grind mode. Period.
Absolutely.
You know, if any of that made sense. But you got anything, man?
That's all I got, man. I could, man. We could. This could be a podcast, you know. It just we could sit here.
That's a good idea, bro.
An hour to do this, you know what I'm saying?
That's a good idea.
You know,
hey, but y'all stay tuned because we got one coming, man. Be more to do more. Y'all be on the lookout. Comment, like this video, subscribe to this channel. Be more to do more, because Be More to Do More podcast is coming.
Let's go.
And we coming hard, man. We're talking about leadership, business. We gonna do this together. We on this journey together, man. All right.
Shit.
Cool. You guys take it easy.
Peace.